Good morning. Happy Saturday. How is everybody? It is a little chilly, cold fall day here in Missouri. I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be back live this week. When you hop on, say hello. My name is Bree. I'm the owner and artist of Upcycled by Bree, and I have a super fun thrift haul for you today. I love to go thrifting and garage sailing to estate sales, you name it. Then I bring my finds here every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. But everything is already listed on my website. Things go live at 9:55 a.m. So if you see something you love, you better run over to the site now and grab it because things are already selling. In fact, the Santa and Mrs. Claus have already sold. So if you came here for them, I'm so sorry, but stick around. Everything's listed. If you combine or if you place multiple orders within the next 24 hours, I will combine them and I'll refund any extra shipping I can. I am on Facebook and YouTube. So if I have questions come in, I'll try to keep those all sorted out. Everybody's saying they need extra coffee today, and I feel that. I'm on coffee number 2. Sally's here. Jen is here. Sue is here. Good morning. Suzanne is the one who grabbed the Santa and the Mrs. Claus. So let's just go ahead and get started. I went to a couple different places this week, Thrift World, and then a new place called Frugal's Thrift here in Independence. And they had some really great prices too. So Bibles, picked up a couple of these this week from Thrift World. Oh, I don't even remember. Things have been crazy since last week with the dog. I'll talk about that here in a minute when I have a few more friends on who were worried about her. But my life has just been a blur. I don't remember where everything came from. Hey, Suzanne, goodbye. You got a great purchase this morning. Good job. Okay, anywho, Black Bibles. I always pick these up when I find them. They're great for decor. People love to stack them and use them as decor. This one is $12.95. It is Black Bible 5 on my website. And this one is $8.95. It is Black Bible 6. I have a couple different ones listed right now. That's why they've got different letter or different numbers after them. But if you want to start a little collection, you could always just go to the search bar on my website, type in Black Bible, and all of the ones available will pop up. Okay. Okay. That was my one dropsy of the day, and they were books, so we're good. No more of those. 2 more books I picked up, and these are both hymnals. So green and red, obviously great for the season. We got Christmas decor on the mind, but they also have some amazing pages inside. So I'm not saying rip them apart. You do whatever you want with your books, but if you did want to pull a couple pages for crafting, I wouldn't blame you. Okay, so I've got 42 people watching me. I'm going to go ahead and show the Santa and the Mrs. Claus and then get them out of the way since they have been purchased. Here's the story with these. Salvation Army here in Independence. I don't go very often because they don't restock, but it is literally, yeah, they sold already. It is literally on the way to UPS. So I popped in the other day, bought what I bought, and I saw these guys. They were over on the clothing side. Up on top of the clothing, they do a couple little fun displays, right? I don't always check them, but I looked and I saw them up there and I didn't even pick them up because I was just thinking in my mind, okay, shipping these guys is going to be a lot, but you know, it's okay. Anyways, I didn't even pick them up. I saw the sticker on them, $5.99 each, and I just left them there. But I did post a little like thrifting video that night or a reel or something. And Jamie Ray Vintage herself said, oh my gosh, I hope you grabbed those. I got a pair of them a few years back or whatever and sold them for like $100. And I was like, what? So then I thought about it all night long. Anyways, long story short, I went back the next morning. I got there before they even opened. And from the front door, you could see the spot and I could tell they were still there. So anywho, they opened the doors. I ran in, I grabbed them. Looks like originally they sold for around $30. They are being sold on the live. So Michelle, if you were new here, everything goes live on my website 5 minutes before I go live. She said she thought these were being sold live. Everything is already listed and available. So as I'm showing it, it's already been up on my website. So sorry if you're new here and you didn't know that. I will keep my eye out for more. I got yelled at. Yeah, I'm sorry, dear. Okay. So, anyways, I went and I got the Santas and the Mrs. Clauses, and they paid off. They sold first thing today. So, if you guys see that mold specifically, pick it up because it is worth some money. I can't remember what they're called. I want to look. Do a little Atlantic mold is what they are listed as on eBay. Atlantic mold, and not all of them have a great paint job, but these do. Yeah, I got yelled at by Jamie. She actually didn't yell at me. She's sweet. She's like, I hope you picked those up. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, I didn't pick them up. Oh, I went back and got them. Okay, new thrifting video out this weekend, and also a thrift flip video. I got these little trees done, so I figured I would go ahead and show them on my live this morning. Aren't they cute? I just added them into some salvage wood. And these are trees from the Dollar Tree this year. So I don't do a lot of Dollar Tree shopping or crafting. They've got great trees this year, and these are up at $14.95. Okay, Michelle, no, I didn't think you were yelling. I am talking back and forth with people on Facebook and YouTube. So I'm sorry. I kind of suck at keeping it all straight. Nobody's yelling at me. Nobody's yelling at anybody. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Everybody's confused. Nobody's yelling at me, I promise. They were just talking about how Jamie said I should go get him, but she wasn't yelling. It was just a joke. Okay, tall wood Santa. Always pick up my tall, skinny Santas. Not always. Only if they have like a good face and a good tone to them. Sometimes they're not great. This one was $2.98. It is up at $14.95, and it is the tall wooden Santa. Hey, Sammy. I know everybody says they're loving the t-shirt. That was good timing, Teresa. Sammy just hopped on Facebook. Our event has been over, but these tees that Sammy makes are so good. So if y'all haven't checked out Unicorn Dust Designs and her t-shirts, get over there. Woohoo! Stephanie grabbed the measuring spoons. I'll show those next. I picked up these birds at the Salvation Army. Also looked at them. I got these the same day I got the Santa. I was like, oh, you know what? If we're going to have a crazy shipping party, we're going to have a crazy shipping party. Aren't they gorgeous? I have two of them, and I do have them listed up individually because they are the same. There's no markings on them, no names or anything, but they do have the little part in there where you could stick like a faux plant or some holly or something pretty. So two of these guys, I paid $2.99 each for them, and they are up at $19.95 each. I'm going to set them in the kitchen too. I'm feeling like Butterfingers today for some reason. Okay, so now that I've got a few more people on, she's sleeping here. She's safe and okay. But last Friday, my 16-year-old Chihuahua snuck away while I was on the phone with customer service after my debit card got compromised. And usually she goes out front and she potties, she does her little thing, and she waddles back up to the house, right? She doesn't go far. It was really windy this day, and I think something spooked her, and she got away. And I ended up chasing this dog down one of the busiest streets in my city, like a crazy person, through traffic, waving my arms around, yelling and screaming. And I know that's not safe and probably not smart because then they run even farther and faster. But I was panicking. Anyways, chasing my dog, I threw my neck out. And I've been to the chiropractor twice this week, and I'm feeling much better, but I have been a little behind on things. So thanks for being patient with me. The dog is great. She's recovered well. Come here. Say, Mom put a sweater on me because I wouldn't stop shivering. Vicky said her husband is excited about the tennis balls. She got them on my Whatnot $1 auction sale. Okay, so everybody asking about Maisie. She's fine. I'm a little worse for the wear, but whatever. The things we do. That's never happened before, and it will never happen again. Okay, so I said I was going to stop picking up the ducks, right? And I need to quit picking up the ducks, but look at these ducks. They're sweet and they're sleepy, and they're green, like the perfect color green. I paid $4 for the set. They were in the vintage section at Thrift World, which is always marked up just a little bit, but that's okay. And they were up at $14.95. All right. I have a shirt that says considered vintage, and I think technically vintage is 40 years. I'm only 36, but I feel vintage most days. Aren't those green eyes cute, Sammy? Okay, another little piece I picked up. This was $2. I have it listed up at $12.95. It is marked Japan, so it's an older piece. Just an adorable little reindeer catch-all, like the little detailed rose on it. This side is not as painted as this side. The chippy paint, chef's kiss. Vintage is 25 years. I thought that was retro. See, I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. Okay, Stephanie already picked up these measuring spoons. I always snag these when I see them. I love when they're all dented up like this. I paid $1 for the set. They sold for $8.95. Right? Antique is 100 years. Is that right? Oh, y'all, the orders are rolling in. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, cool. She also got the copper measuring spoons from last week. So last Saturday, I wasn't live. It's like the first live I have missed, pre-recorded. I've done that a couple times, but it's the first time I've missed, and I don't even know how long. So there are finds from last week still up on the website. A little birdie told me you should probably go check those out too. So just scroll back a few pages. But she grabbed the copper measuring spoons from last week. The hymnals are gone. All right, let's talk about these beautiful bells. I saw them listed up called a few different things. Lady bells were the most common name, and I guess it's just because of their very dainty, like tulipy type shape. They were all still wrapped in plastic when I got them, and when I ship them, I'll wrap them back up. That way they don't bump against each other and get scratched. But they're in beautiful shape. I only paid $5 for them, and they sound really pretty. I won't do it too loud. Miss Jane Brown said she wanted these, so I hope she gets a chance to grab them. I paid $5. They're up at $24.95. Vicky's half antique. I love that. I love it, y'all. Hey, we're all young at heart. We're only as old as we feel. These trees also sold. They sold before the video even came out. I'm gonna get yelled at for that one. Oops, but it's okay. I got a bunch more of these trees. These are also dollar store, Dollar Tree. $1.25 for these amazing little trees. But I got the Crocs. The Crocs were $1.99. No, $2.99 each, which I thought was a bit much. But I knew I could just stick a tree in them and they would sell instantly. And they did for $14.95. And then I did not glue the trees into these. So you could just pull those out and reuse the Croc all year. Yes, not too shabby. Patty's on. Hello. She said she has bells like that she hangs by the door. Every time the door opens, they'll sound. I love it. All right, look at this gorgeous little French country spinny caddy. It's got the little scrolly dainty feet. And then, of course, the fact that it spins sold me. Makeup brushes, paint brushes, kitchen utensils, pens, pencils, a display for paint brushes in your booth. I mean, possibilities on something like this are endless. It's got the finial top and the chicken wire. I had to have it. I paid $2.98. It's up at $14.95. Hooray! Stephanie saw my reel about the trees, and she's going to make some for her craft show. I love that. The video that's coming out, it might be tonight. I might wait till tomorrow to put it up. My edited video is all about Christmas. Yahoo! Teresa says that Brie inspires me to stick a tree in everything. Yes. Polish brushes. On polish brushes, on polish brushes. So I did find a couple that were $2 and $3. I only like to pay $1 for them. But then I found a couple at the Frugal's thrift store that were only 30 cents. I don't even know if I've seen a 30-cent sticker like at a thrift store ever. And if so, it's been a very long time. All right, so this is Polish Brush In. It's got some really fun advertising on it. These are all $8.95 each. This one is I, lighter bristles and the lighter kind of raw wood. Here we have a M with some good advertising on it. These three are kind of the same. This is K, but it's got some fun like white polish on it. And then this one is L, and it's got some red on it. So I tried to get good pictures of them. Did the caddy sell? You don't see it? I can drop it in the comments. Give me just a second. Oh, it's sold. I'm sorry. You guys got it. I'm sorry. Michelle, I think you are new here. I haven't seen your name pop up a lot before, so you really got to get over there quick. And then once things sell, then yes, they kind of disappear off my site. I don't think that fast though. Okay, so all the polish brushes, boom, available, $8.95 each. Look at how good all of those look together if you want to start a collection. Whoops. Oh, see, there's another drop C. That's why I got the breakable stuff out of the way. Nothing broke. I don't have anything cute, but this is what I like to do with them. Imagine this is a really cute old time photo and not my Amazon list of things I need to buy. So imagine like a postcard or a picture that's a little bit thicker, right, than a piece of paper too, but you can just pop them right in there, or like a business card and stick those all around your booth or your shop. Okay, that's what I like to do with my polish brushes. Oh, everywhere around your house with your Christmas cards, Sammy. That's genius. That's a great way to display your Christmas cards. Much more fun than just hanging them on the wall. Oh, I know. Lacey says she can't pass them up even though she has too many. Girl, same. I have a polish brush problem. This little wicker bell, I paid $2 for. It is up at $9.95. And look, the knocker in it is holly and a pine cone. Hang that up in your little doorway. So cute. Always grab wicker bells when I see them. They are very popular. Again, this had a sticker on it, 50 cents. I never see 50-cent stickers, so I had to get it. It's a little faded red, plain old picture. I'm going to give it a good scrub and then put a little bit of floral in it and a transfer. Once I have it all dolled up, it'll be at $10.95. And on the listing on my website, it should say read description next to it. So if you see that, make sure you read down through the description box and look and see what I'm going to do to it before you buy it. I got a tarnished brass bell. It has got amazing patina. A fun little homemade knocker in there. I love when they use an old nut and piece of wire to fix them. And this guy is $10.95. I think I paid $1.98. It is a little chilly in here. Maisie wasn't wrong. You got the sniffles. All right, next up. I got 2 of these nutcrackers. I do have them listed up individually. I paid $2.25 for them. Such funny prices from Frugal's thrift store. $2.25. That's all right. And they're up at $14.95 each. Bought and sold a few of these last year, so went ahead and grabbed them. They are basically the same. The tone on them are a touch different, but close enough that I just have one listing with 2 available. Oh, that's genius. Vicky said she used to scrub her floors with those brushes. You know how many times I have needed a brush? Thank you, Vicky. Vicky is a smart woman. She always has great ideas. Now, I guess make sure it doesn't have a bunch of like black polish on it before you scrub a white floor, but Denise asked if the hanging bells sold. She's late. Let's see. No, they did not. They are still available. They're in the Shop the Hall collection, Denise. I will copy the link for you, but if you go search hanging brass bells, you should be able to find them. What's everybody up to this weekend? My Shopify did a lot better this week. Last couple of thrift hauls have been kind of weird and glitchy. Like it wasn't putting things in the right collection. Okay, that took 17 years. Denise, you probably found them faster, but there's the link. Okay, you're welcome, dear. You are welcome. Okay. What's next? I got this also in the vintage section of Thrift World. I try not to shop from that side because they just, I don't know, it irks me. $4.98 is what I paid for this stamp dispenser, but it's adorable. It's tiny, it's copper and gold. The mixed metal always gets me. Still in really great shape. You put your little stamp roll in there, stick one stamp out, and you got your stamp dispenser. This would be a great little gift for Christmas. You want to start giving great personalized gifts to people. Thrift your Christmas gifts. I paid $5. It's up at $14.95. Ooh, and then also make sure you're checking all the spots in your thrift store. Usually thrift stores have sections that's like bath stuff, maybe thinking like plastic shower rings or soap dispensers, stuff you probably don't really want to thrift. I don't really want to thrift. But then they stick in things like this. Vintage brush and mirror sets. So little hidden gems. Make sure you check high and low and all around your store, even if they have decor on top of the clothing racks. Check those. This does have a little bit of patina on it. Of course, you know, I think that makes them even better. I paid $4 for the set, and the mirror was $1 and the brush was $3. Like, why don't you just put them as a set? But I have them up at $14.95. Put a tree in it. Yep, I could totally put a tree in this. Good idea. You know what I'm really excited about? I have real holly bushes out in front of my house to decorate with. Has this sold? This was like the most popular thing when I was doing sneaky peekies. I'm sorry, guys. I am not, like I said, I am not super fast today. I am still really sore. I got adjusted yesterday, so that's probably half of it. The adjustments help. Okay, yeah, it is sold. Sorry. It is sold. This was $2.98. $2.98. And they had it with the planters. Gorgeous stoneware bowl. Always pick these up when I see them. I keep saying I am going to start a collection of my own, and I am. But I can't, I'm not good at starting a collection with one thing. I need to find like 2 or 3 at once, and then I'll start my collection. This would just be a stoneware bowl sitting there. I need more than one. It sold for $59.95. I paid $2.98. Great buy. Sleepy Swan. It was $1 at Frugal's. It has a couple little scratchies here. I'm just going to take a magic eraser and clean her up. But again, the sleepy eyes got me. She's $12.95, and I paid $1. Little Christmas floral in there. Can't say no to my swans. And then I also found the Linux swan. I have been finding more and more Linux and Otagiri, which makes me very excited. Now, this, when I looked it up, it says it's a place card holder. So imagine like tea time or something and having one of these at every little, oh my gosh, every little table setting with the person's name. I always wondered why their wings were so tight together. It's a little placard holder. Again, Christmas card, business card. She is $12.95. I paid $1 for her. Okay, and then I have a question. I was just telling Michelle that I don't usually list things live, but I do have a question. I found 2 of these. I wasn't sure if they were Murano. They're not. They're not Murano. They are rainbow glass, which I looked up. Very pretty still. Definitely not Murano value. And I was going to list them on my Whatnot sale. But if anybody is interested in one here, I can put a listing up for it real quick. It has like a teal and blue. Oh, it's so cloudy here today. It's hard to see. This teal and blue art glass. So if anybody wants one of those art glass birds, I'm going to list them at $24.95. Let me know and I'll put a listing up real quick. I found these at an estate clean out. How fun. Somebody chopped some old spoons in half and turned them into like some very primitive scrapers. They'd be fun. Oh, you know what? I bet these would be fun to use to paint with. Can you imagine taking a little DIY paint and like smearing with these? Maybe I should send them to Debbie. $8.95 on the set of 2. Those would be fun mixed in with your wooden spoons too to add some texture. This cute little aluminum pot I picked up. It has the little wooden handles, kind of like baskety, wickery handles. I paid $2 for it. It is up at $8.95. Great shape. And I love a good mixed wood and metal. All right, what time? 10:25. I'm yakking today, aren't I? Yakety, yakety, yak. Wooden spoons, another one of my weaknesses. I paid $1.98 for this one. This one was $1. So I paid $3 on the set. I have them up at $10.95, but I could not pass up the patina on these two. They each even have a little crack that runs down the middle of them. Beautiful. And they're tall. They'll add a little height to your crock as well. Well, if you put your wooden spoons in a crock, that is. That's where I assume everybody puts their wooden spoons. I found 2 candle snuffers this week. I have one that's gold, one that's silver. They were $1.98 each, and I have them up at $10.95. I always pick these up. They sell well for me, especially around the holidays. I think people like to put them on their mantles. This one's got some great tarnish to it. That one has a really great handle. I've had one exactly like this before. Okay, that takes care of the front row of items. Let me unplug my computer so I don't yank it off the stand. It is so dark here today. And then we're going to walk around this side so the floor doesn't squeak so much. Old house problems. All right. Walking candle holder. Always pick these up when I see them. You put your little taper candle in there and it reflects the light or deflects the light out and away from you. You can walk around the house with it. And then this one even has the little hangy thing. So when you're done walking around the house, you just hang it up on the wall and it's ready there for you when you're ready next time. Of course, this day and age, we would probably just stick it on our mantle and use it for decor. I paid $4 for it. It's up at $16.95. Excuse me, I think I'm going to get the hiccups. That might be a first time ever on a live. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy me and my dog are here and everybody that I ran in front of that day. Okay, lemon topiary. I know, hear me out. It's like going into winter, but this was a really good topiary. The base of it is pretty. The faux planter, it's got this faux wooden stem in there. And yes, it's dusty. It needs washed, but I can wash it. And then I also thought you could just like pop the lemons off. You can, if you wanted to. And just have a greenery plant. But I'm going to leave the lemons on and I'll let you decide what you want to do with them. I'm going to give the whole thing a nice clean, but for $5, I couldn't leave that behind. It was just too good of a piece of floral, and I have it listed up at $22.95. This little bird mirror has already sold. Whoops. I'm going to blind you guys. And it was $5, but it's a mirror and it has birds on it. Both of those things sell great. So I went ahead and splurged a little, paid the $5, and it sold for $22.95. I am going to give this a bit of a better paint job. Whoever painted it missed a bunch of spots in there, like the inside of the bird. And since the birds are looking into the mirror, you can see that. I'll make that guy better. All right, some kitchen items hiding up here this week. I found a set of Home Sweet Home crockery salt and peppers. Always love these when I find them. They're in good shape. They've still got their plugs in the bottom. I paid $2 for the set, and they're up at $10.95. Oh, Brenda bought it, and she said, could you paint it a light blue flat paint? I can. I'm glad you're on. I was going to do weathered wood. I have Prom Queen and Skeleton Key. Do you like either of these? This one, it looks a little more gray on camera right now than it really is. Let me know if you like either of those. You can also go to the DIY paint collection in my on my website. And then if I don't see your comment here on the live, please email me, upcycledbybrie@hotmail.com, and let me know what your final color is. They're beautiful. Yes, they're beautiful. Okay. Vicky says prom queen. Okay, cool. These Crocs, I paid $1.99 each for, and they are up at $8.95. I'm honestly thinking if they don't sell, if they haven't sold when I'm done being live, I might pull them and stick them on my black hutch. I really love the color of them. They're made in China, so they're not super old, but this warm kind of like almost orangey brown color, I just couldn't pass that up. Individually priced $8.95 each. Okay. Oh, I stacked everything up here so pretty, but now it's getting dangerous. These two baskets, I do believe, sold already. I saw one. It was $1.98. And I was like, it's cute. I don't really need more baskets, whatever. And then I walked down the next aisle, and there was another one. And they're not the same color, but they're like the same design. So I did go ahead and pair them together for $14.95. I do believe they sold. Vicky uses the white Croc transfers on those darker Crocs. That's a great idea. And Patty says she calls it a caramel color, and that is a great way to describe it. All right, some crockery bowls. You know, if it's crockery, I am in there. They were $2 each. It looks like I got them at Frugal's. It looks like, oh my goodness. There's an $8 sticker under that. I'm not sure if that's from the same store or they repriced them or what, but I did not pay $8 each. I paid $2 each, and I have the set of 4 up at $24.95. They are in great shape. You could still definitely eat out of these. And I've never seen crock bowls before. Not like that. Not like that. Okay, I stand corrected. This duo is still available, $14.95. I thought it had sold, but I was wrong. Okay, let me catch my breath here. The other thing about having a neck problem and being a creator is I'm constantly like this. So I've just been trying to like hold my phone up here. All righty. Blue Croc. Little splatter pattern. Short and squatty. Love the blue. $2.99 is what I paid for this. And this one is up at $10.95. A little different, a little more special. Ooh, this piece is really cool. So just a random piece of pottery, no markings. It was $2 at Frugal's, but it is round on the bottom. So it's like tilty. It doesn't fall over, but it sits at just a bit of a tilt. I love that. And I imagine like if you took one of those faux string of pearls, you can find them like at the Walmart floral section, and hung it out, it would tilt probably a little bit more if it was heavy enough. Anyways, I just really loved that little piece. I did pick it up. I have it listed up at $12.95. Hello from Texas. Hey, hey, welcome, Vintage Uprising. How are you? I found this little itty bitty mallet. It was 50 cents. I have it up at $8.95. Probably the tiniest little mallet I have found. Stick that in with your wooden spoons as well. Another 30-cent basket. I love these baskets. These look so pretty on the wall. They add so much texture with the design in the middle and then the little cutouts on the side. They have a little bit of depth to them too, so you can use like a flatter basket behind them, and then one of these to kind of stack and layer. Fundamentals in your basket wall. $8.95 on the set. Last two baskets of the day. Again, these were 30 cents. Love it. I love it. I love it. Two of them, same kind of color and design. So I put them as a duo. They are $12.95. Eileen says she loves a cup of coffee and an Upcycled by Brie live haul. Totally your jam. Well, thank you for being here. I'm glad I'm your jam. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But the ones who love me. So that's all that matters. Oh no, Vicky said she pinched a nerve in her shoulder last week and she had to start muscle relaxers yesterday and steroids. Ooh! The blue paint that was in my left hand. Brenda, I'm going to paint that here live actually. So can you remind me which one was in my left hand? I don't remember. We have Skeleton Key and Prom Queen. Skeleton Key and Prom Queen. Last thing of the day, and I didn't get any comments about the art glass birds. I don't think. Nobody wants me to list one of those. They're beautiful. No, okay. Last thing of the day, a little funny cross stitch. My train of thought derailed. There were no survivors. In a nice frame, nice and clean. I'm not going to paint it, not going to do anything to it. The wording is in black, and then this little stitching is in like a caramel color. How cute is this? $14.95. I paid $1 for it. Oh, I lied. I've got two more things, and they're rolling pins, and I only paid $1.50 each for them at Frugal's. Y'all don't go take all the good stuff at Frugal's. Oh, also yesterday, they're not. I will list a glass swan now, though. Somebody just asked about it. I'll go ahead and just list them both. They're going to be sold individually, though. Okay, so Frugal's thrift store yesterday. If you made a donation, you got a free piece of furniture. I was so tempted. I was so tempted to, because I bought stuff. I was so tempted to walk back inside and redonate something. I didn't. I have a piece here I still need to paint. And on these art glass swans, I paid $3 each for them. I have them $24.95. I'm going to put them in the vintage and antique collection, also in the shop the hall collection. So they'll be at the very, very top if you hit refresh on your screen. Now. Diane, they are now active. Both of them, they're $24.95 each. And if they don't sell today or before next Thursday, they will probably go onto my whatnot sale. People over there have been requesting the glass. Okay, so on the rolling pins, I'm going to paint the handles on this one. It'll be $12.95. This one I'm going to leave alone because I really just love the light chippy wood on the handles already. $12.95 each. I haven't found rolling pins that are reasonable for a very long time, so that made me happy. Okay, so the glass swans are listed. We said prom queen, right on. All right, I'm going to bring my ring light in a little bit closer. Lighting here today is just poopy. Wish the sunshine would come out. All right, so this has like a, I don't know, it's kind of like a grayish color on it. But it's just not great. We're going to make it better with some prom queen. My prom queen is almost gone and it's looking a little thick. So the DIY paint is a clay-based paint. It's already thick. And when it starts to dry up like this, it gets really thick. I'm going to go add just a touch of water to it. So not much, just a little, I don't know, maybe tablespoon for that amount of paint that's left. And once I put that little bit of water in there, we are good to go. My paint is paint again and not dried up. One of the amazing features, and I'm talking like, so this just flaked off the edge of my container, right? Because I suck at closing my containers. I'm a terrible paint owner. But you could take this, put it down in your container, Stick some water in there and shake it up every couple of days. And after like 4 or 5 days, you'll have paint again. It will reconstitute itself. And I grabbed a brand new brush out of stock because I deserve it. This is one of my Klingon R12s. Klingons are the easiest brush I've ever used to clean. And I've been feeling extra lazy. So after I'm done painting, I can just pop this brush in a cup of water. When I go to rinse it, all that paint will just fall right out of my bristles. I don't like washing brushes. Okay, questions. Oh, seriously, Patty said she has this mirror and she thinks it was made that way. It's the same not so great color. So I can't pop the back of this off. And the front of these birds are not painted. So what I'm going to do is literally take my brush here and cram it all down. It's going to get all over the mirror, but that's okay because all I have to do is scrape it off with a razor scraper. So it's like why somebody wouldn't finish the job and paint them all the way, I just don't get. Now I'm going to be careful with the back because the back is a nice velvety texture. But yeah, all around the edge here and everything, it's okay. It's okay if you get a little paint on your mirror. Are you a painter or a taper or a scraper? Drop me a comment. I could have also stuck tape under that probably, but I think it takes about the same amount of time to do either. Scrape it off or tape it off. Am I blinding you guys with the mirror? I'm not even looking at the screen anymore. This prom queen color is beautiful. I think it's a highly underrated DIY color. I don't see people use it very often. And I think it's a really pretty winter color. If you are a blue lover, like this could work for spring too, but like a little white wax over this, which is what we're going to do. It reminds me of like a wintry, snowy day with clear skies, but snowy. Yeah. And if it's going to be snowy, that's the only kind of snowy I like, is a really sunshiny, snowy day where the snow is pretty much just melting because it's so warm. So, AKA not cold. I don't like it. Any questions? Any questions? Patty says she's happy to see me painting. I know, you guys, I have been a little behind. I've got, like I said, I've got that DIY video coming up. I've been in a lot of pain this week and trying to stay caught up on shipping. So now that I'm doing these Whatnot auctions every Thursday, they are amazing. They are so much fun. If you haven't heard of Whatnot, it's an online auction app. But I go live every Thursday at noon and start items at a $1 auction. $1 bid. And they are a lot of fun, but I have to ship those things within 2 days according to Whatnot guidelines. So it's a lot of pressure. And it has added a lot to my plate. If you all know anybody locally here in Independence, Missouri, that is wanting to come and pick up all my post office packages and run them a few times a week, I would love that. Just pick them up and take them to the post office, nothing else. They started making me use the loading dock in the back to drop off all my packages. I'm not even mad about it. In fact, I have to make sure, what time is it? 10:45. I have to get to the post office before noon today. And I have something in my P.O. box to pick up from a Whatnot auction that I bought from somebody else. It was so fun too. On Thursday, I did a raid at the end of my show, and that's where you send all of your viewers over to somebody else's live stream. So I sent him over there, and she was so excited and thankful and happy. And it's just like the best feeling in the world. She got some sales. She said she'd watched one of my shows when we followed each other. It's a really fun community over there. And the platform is still a little bit smaller, so it's a great time to get in there. Oh my gosh, this is so much better already. Okay. I'm going to use my heat gun here and dry it up. Now, if you are heat gunning a glass or mirror, be very careful and don't get your stuff too hot. If I had the time just to let this dry naturally, I would. But ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, has anybody used Prom Queen before? Oh, Denise, yeah, Denise was there. Yes, Patty, do. If you go to Whatnot right now, Patty, go to the app, go to my page, Upcycled by Bri, and click on the shows tab. You can click a reminder, and I have like the next 2 months of shows scheduled out, and then it'll send you a notification. And then also just go and set an alarm on your phone every Thursday at noon, Central Standard Time. What's going in the bedroom? Woohoo! Kim, good morning, Bri. Wait, what? You're in Missouri now. Kim, you didn't know that? I've been here for 11 weeks, girlfriend. And my other Kim is here. Kim Robertson, good morning. Teresa loves Prom Queen. Okay, let me focus. Make sure I'm heat gunning the right areas. This is so cute. And I'm thinking I'm going to go, how blue do you want it, Brenda? I was thinking I was going to go straight white wax on it, but if you don't want it too white and you want it more blue, then I'll do a coat of clear first. Destiny says, do you ship paint and other items together or separately? I ship everything together as long as I can. If for some reason I don't think something would arrive alive if I combined it, then I will ship out separately. But I would say 99% of orders go out together. More blue. Okay, no worries, dear. Kim, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I literally had like a whole YouTube series about moving and everything. So apparently you don't watch my stuff. Okay. Kim knows I'm teasing her. I love Kim. Kim has, gosh, how long have we known each other, Kim? She was one of my boot camp ladies back when I was a fitness instructor. 2016? Okay, this is almost dry. Nothing like watching paint dry. Yeah, usually I ship together, you guys. There's been a couple occasions, I think something that was like so breakable that I had to send it all by itself, but it's rare. I'm kind of a shipping ninja. If you've never received a package from me before, they come very well shipped, packed. The white wax will tone the blue down. No, Brenda, it won't if I put the clear wax on first. But if you don't want any white wax, I don't have to, darling. We can just go blue, blue. But the details are going to pop so much better if I put some white wax on there. All right. Let that cool down a hot second. You know what else I got? Oh, where are they? Oh, please. Oh my gosh, my house is a mess. I haven't, since I've been behind and not feeling great physically, I've let things go. I'm gonna clean this weekend. I got a whole new box of chip brushes. Okay, love the white wax. You want the white wax? Okay, amazing. Let's do it. Okay, so this piece is now freshly painted. Let me just make sure I've got good full coverage everywhere. This DIY paint is so thick, you can usually get full coverage with one coat, kind of depending on what you're painting, of course. This resiny type material is easy to cover. Just a couple spots here where I want it to be a little better coverage. So I don't really want that color underneath to come through. That's why we're going to use a white wax. That gray color underneath wasn't awful, but it wouldn't be a huge contrast to this blue. So it wouldn't really be worth wet distressing. Okay, let me finish drying this one little spot and then we'll wax. If y'all could do me a favor also, since I missed last week, the algorithm is not very happy with me. You guys could share this out into any groups possible. I know not everybody allows that, but if you have a group where you could share it, or if you could send it over to your friend, your mom, your grandma, your neighbor, whoever, hit the thumbs up for me and comment. Even if you don't like to chit chat, even if you just comment a little heart for me, I would greatly appreciate it. And that's going to help the interwebs push me back out to where I need to be seen. All right, now it's very warm. If you've got the time, let your piece cool down. But I'm going to go ahead and go for it because I am a rebel. I'm just going to get a little bit of my DIY clear wax here on my chip brush and give the entire piece one light coat. Now, a couple of things to note here. I did just paint this piece. It's still warm, and I'm going over the paint with a water-based wax. Because this paint is water soluble, I do run the risk of pulling the paint off if I press too hard. So that's why I'm saying if you have the luxury of letting it dry on its own, even overnight before you go back and wax the next day, that is the preferred method. But this paint is so amazing. Well, I missed a spot. This paint is so amazing that you can bend and break the rules a little bit as long as you're careful. Okay, I missed a spot right in here. Before I get any wax there, I want to get the paint in there. Come on, little birdie. This is why whoever painted it didn't mess with the inside. I feel like if I tilt my head, it's going to help, and it's not helping. Okay, is all of that making sense? So do as I say, not as I do. Ouch. Gosh, that hurt. You know how many blooper reels I have of me running into this? If you watch the end of my videos, I usually try to include some bloopers if I have them. That's going to be a bruise. And I can't get this thing off. I've tried a couple times after I got so mad at it. To like rip it off of there, and it doesn't budge. Sorry, there's like a little paint buildup there that had dried. Okay, so we're doing things in some really weird steps here. That's okay though. When you're using a great product, it doesn't matter. Everyone's like, why don't you ever paint live anymore? I am not a professional. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Beautiful blue coat with a coat of clear wax. We still have paint all over our mirror. That's okay. We'll get there. I'm not going to mess with it till I'm all the way done, though. Be a waste of time. It's probably not helping my neck. You're right. It's fine. Thank you for sharing, Patty. No, nothing that I do. Here, let's just turn that ring light off for a second. You can kind of see that color better. It's still not pulling exactly perfect, though. This makes it look a little too white. Without the light on, it looks a little too gray. It's a very pretty color, though. Okay, so now that I've got my coat of clear wax on, I'm going to go in with my white wax. The clear wax is going to act as a bit of a barrier, and it's going to give me more control over my white wax. If I didn't do the clear wax first, the white wax would have really, really soaked into that blue paint and toned the blue down a lot. I'm also going to grab a new brush to get the most pop out of our white wax. I would suggest taking it out of your container and not dipping straight in, but we're going to be a rebel. And I need a paper towel too. So a little bit of white wax here on my chip brush. I don't want too much. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to like cram it all the way down into the low points of this design, right here around the edge. I'm going to work in small sections. And once I get it down in those low points, then I'm going to take my paper towel and I'm just going to lightly wipe it off of the high points. And now you can see it makes that whole little bead of detail just pop. There's the bead of detail without the white wax and with the white wax. That's good, it's good. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do that all the way around the detailed rim. Kind of stipple it in to really get down in those low points. And Brenda's watching. She bought it, so the pressure's on. But see, that just makes it feel like wintry to me. The light blue with the white wax. Okay, and now I'm going to go over the birds. Their details aren't as deep, but you'll still get the same effect. And she was hoping, she didn't want it to tone the blue down. She wanted the blue, but without that white wax, the details just wouldn't have shown as well. I love it. And this is so easy. Like, no wet distressing here. I'm not making a huge mess. Waxing this whole piece takes just a couple minutes and it's done. I'm going to get just a little bit in this inside rim too. The wax can get a little slippery, so be careful if you are holding your flip. Don't drop it. And then we'll work all the way into these details. Oh, y'all, I do love to paint. So this weekend, I'm playing catch up. After the live is over, I'm running to the post office. We're delivering all these whatnot orders to the post office. And then I'm coming home and I have a ship-a-thon. I'm going to be shipping today. And in between shipping orders, I'm going to be doing some painting because a couple of the orders that I have to get shipped out have custom pieces. I'm going to film those custom pieces for a thrift flip video and finish editing the 2 videos I have started. So if you don't hear from me much this weekend, that is why. But I would not have it any other way. Busy is a blessing. Okay. Kept the back of it clean? Yes, I did. Denise said Brenda's lucky. Let me grab some glass cleaner. I really love this foamy glass cleaner because it doesn't run and drip as much. And then I need to clean my house so I know where things are. Found it, a razor scraper. I'm usually a really, really organized person. It's driving me nuts. My house is driving me nuts. Okay, so now I'm going to take just a little bit of that spray, a foam cleaner, use my finger and just kind of rub it over the paint. And then I can just take my razor blade here. Scrape it right off. Nobody knows. So I am definitely a scraper. When I'm doing furniture, I'm more likely to tape, especially if I have taken the time to sand and restain wood. Okay, I'm not going to scrape this whole thing on camera because I don't want to slice my finger open, but y'all get the point. You can just go and clean your edge up so easy with this DIY paint. I'll do the same thing down below these birds. I've got a couple of different scrapers, so different shapes that I can really get in there. Okay, this guy is sold. It's heading to Brenda. Thank you so much. But if you want to recreate this look, you can grab the paint products and any of my other flips that haven't already sold at Upcycled. upcycledbybree.com. Oh, does anybody have any more questions? Oh, boy. I am putting a user in timeout. Jeez Louise. People getting crazy on a Saturday morning. A year ago, I saw a lady use playing cards when she was painting the frame on a mirror. She slid the cards in between and have used that method since. Yes, I have seen that as well. And it is it is a good method. I've done it with bigger mirrors before, but there wasn't enough space in this one even to stick anything. Okay, y'all, I gotta run. I gotta go to the post office. Thank you so much for hanging out. Send this video out to your friends, and I will be back again next Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time with more fabulous finds. Bye, guys.